Well, the inquest heard that for 72-year-old Janet Richardson, this trip, which was a cruise from Hull up to Norway to see the Northern Lights, was a trip of a lifetime. She'd been looking forward to it, but the inquest heard details of what happened when she was taken ill, and it was decided she was so ill she needed hospital treatment. One witness who saw everything that happened said that a rescue boat was brought alongside the cruise ship, and she was put onto a stretcher, which was then being passed between the two boats. And he said people watched on in shock and panic as the rescue boat was swept away from the ship. People lost control of the stretcher and the stretcher dropped, and Mrs. Richardson fell into the icy cold water of the Arctic Ocean. Now, the witness who saw this said there was abject panic, there was shouting. She was in the water without a life jacket on for up to 8 seconds before she was pulled from the water by a pole, and she was taken to hospital, but she died some 3 weeks later. Now, the coroner delivered a narrative verdict. He said that although she died of the underlying illnesses, she had suffered from complications with her kidneys and her liver, that the fall into the ocean was a significant factor and did in fact accelerate her death. Speaking after the verdict this evening, her husband of 30 years, George Richardson, told us how he had to relive those moments.
Seeing her slip into the sea is a bit like you've seen the films where there's a funeral at sea, and of course with the inquiries going on for sort of more than 2.5 years, that's you know, been a bit traumatic for me.
So the coroner here in Carlisle said that he will be writing to the Norwegian Rescue Service and to the operator of the cruise liner to ask them about their procedures. He said that this should never have happened. He noted that Mrs. Richardson wasn't wearing a life jacket when this happened, and he said that it was a significant factor into the pensioner's death.